Welcome to Conversations. I'm Robin Farr.
And I'm Sean Aliki, and welcome to our show today. And we've got another interesting author on the show
Great
today.
guest on today. Laila El Sissi is here. She is the author of Out from the Shadow of Men. Take a look at this. I love this. Welcome to Conversations.
Thank you. Thank you for
Tell
having
us
me.
about the book cover. This is provocative. What's going on here?
I designed this cover. So I put here the proverb in Arabic, if you can see the letters.
Yeah, I can see it.
And then I said, I am out of the shadow of man.
Yes.
And that's exactly how I felt when I was home in Alexandria, that I was in a golden cage, but I couldn't reach outside. Outside for me was like the whole world, the light.
So the woman standing there is you, but this book is actually about you and your sister.
It is about both of
And
us.
it's the true, it's a memoir.
It's a memoir. My sister and I, we were promised to two much older men.
At what age?
I was 14 and he was 39.
Wow.
Yes, and my sister also was 15 and he was the same age.
That's awful. And this, you don't blame your parents, do you?
No,
Because this
no.
was just this is the culture.
The culture, but when you are that young, you do blame your parents.
Of course you do.
Because I went and I asked my father, why are you doing this to me? And he wouldn't look me in the eye because he couldn't face me. He knew he was doing something that is going to hurt me, but he couldn't get away from the culture, the community, the heritage.
Were they wealthy? Was this a
No,
good...
no, because we were from a wealthy family, and my father put us in a French Catholic school, and he thought that the Catholic nuns will treat us the same way, like he does, strict. But he didn't realize that in that school we had Italian, French, Jewish, Greeks, and we learned a lot from them. We learned that the way my father is raising us is not the way that everybody is
So
raised.
it almost worked against your father.
yeah.
So your father
Yes.
thought, I'm going to put them in a strict Catholic school.
Yes.
But in reality, you were
It-
exposed to other cultures and saw what life outside of Egypt can be like. Because these
Exactly.
other classmates are sharing it with you. And you realized this is not how it has to be. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but are women treated, because you hear this all over the place in Middle Eastern countries, are women treated as second-class citizens, second-rate citizens over there?
There is a lot of changes right now in Egypt.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
With the new president, Abdel Fattah El Sissi.
And I noticed that you guys share the same last name.
Yeah, but
So the Arab Spring over there
saying
that happened
nothing
a couple years ago really started to, it gave a voice to the younger generation.
only in Egypt actually,
Egypt.
because the Arab Spring didn't help Syria, Libya,
not at
Yemen,
all.
Somalia.
It actually tore those countries apart, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and when the Egyptian women mostly, that came together and they said, we do not want the Muslim Brotherhood. So Abdel Fattah El Sissi really helped us by becoming, the president and really getting those people out, because what they did was put in the constitution, they didn't want women to be in any position in the government. They wanted girls to be married at 7 years old before menstruation, yes.
Wow.
So we were really good at that. The Egyptian women, they rose and they got them out. And now we have a president that fully supports women rights.
Yes.
I see a lot of women getting together and going door to door, knocking on poor, uneducated women to let them know about what's right for them, how they can fight abuse, how can they fight spousal abuse.
Right.
So this is really something new to Egypt. And women are, now we have a woman, Tahani El Gibali. She is the advisor for the president. She is a woman judge.
Wow.
And when the Muslim Brotherhood were in power, they took her out of her position. They didn't want, they believed that a woman should not be in any position because she has, mentally she is lower than men,
Oh,
and her
dear.
intelligence is not as good as men. Although 70% of women supports the family financially.
Isn't that something?
So your book is not only your story, it's a story
It's
of
a
almost
story.
all young women coming of age in
Yes,
Egypt.
yes.
dear.
So my sister, when my sister helped me get out of Egypt and fight this divorce, she was really radical and she was always angry at men. Now, I think she was a feminist when her and we didn't know what the word feminist meant.
This is the book, folks. It's by Laila El Sissi, Out from the Shadow of Men, and it took a lot of courage to write this.
Yes.
And it's the kind of book that you open it, you start to read, you can't put it down, and there's this sense that you're reading a novel. It's the truth, and it's something. It's fascinating read. Thank you so much.
And you couldn't get it all in one book, so she has a sequel coming up.
Well,
so pick up
yes.
this book
I
and
can't wait for
And
part
I
two.
wrote
But
it
this
with
is
tears. This
with
was
tears.
with tears.
This
Yeah,
one,
lots of tears.
Gosh.
So we should
You
read
would
it with
love
joy.
this.
Yes.
Laila El Sissi, the author of Out from the Shadow of Men. You can buy a copy of her book on her website at www.laila, that's Laila, LCC, ELSISSI.com. Thanks so much for being on the
Thank
show with
you.
us today.
Thank you
Thanks for
for
sharing
having
your
me.
story.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Thank you so much.